The holiday season can be a joyful time of connection and celebration, but for anyone struggling with disordered eating, it can also bring intense food challenges. So if you find that the food-focused holiday season triggers disordered eating for you, please know that you're not alone and that it isn't a failure of willpower. Disordered eating is actually a really common response to the conflicting influences in our food culture and our diet culture. But there are some things we can do to support ourselves and reduce disordered eating in holiday food environments. And one is to use a simple mindful eating technique of just slowing down and tuning in when enjoying foods that tend to be difficult for you to eat in moderation. The act of slowing down and tuning in when eating does this amazing thing. It activates your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain responsible for regulating your emotions, your thoughts, your behavior, even your eating behavior. And that's why mindfulness techniques can really help when you're dealing with a tricky food environment. So today I have a guided mindful eating exercise for you that will help you practice slowing down and tuning in and noticing how that simple act can help you with eating regulation, especially during holiday time. Ready to give it a try? Great. So to do this exercise, you're going to need to choose a food that you sometimes find challenging to regulate. Maybe start with a food that is mildly challenging and work up to more challenging foods from there. And then you're going to place a serving of that food on a plate and find a quiet, comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. When you've got all that, continue with the video. Great, you're back. I assume you have a serving of food on your plate. Let's begin our mindful eating exercise by grounding ourselves. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Great. Now let's bring a sense of gratitude to the table. So before you take a bite, think about the journey that the food that you chose has taken to get to you. Consider all the hands that played a part, the farmers involved in growing it, the people who transported it, those who made it available to you. Take a moment now to just acknowledge the effort and care that went into bringing this food to you today. So gratitude is more than just a positive feeling. It's like a power emotion that helps regulate your nervous system and create a sense of calm and balance. Did you feel that at all? Of course, when we get more calm, that allows our higher brain to come online, and that's what helps us regulate everything, including our eating. So let's hold on to that feeling of appreciation that you just brought up. Take another deep breath, and we'll continue. So next, I want to invite you to tune in to how this food affects a couple of your senses. First, sight. Take a look at the food with your eyes and as though you were like seeing it for the very first time. Notice its colors, shapes, and textures. Take in all the visual details with like a sense of curiosity. What do you notice? Great. Now your sense of smell. Bring the food or the plate with the food a little closer and inhale its aroma. What do you smell? Is it sweet, savory, earthy, something else? Does the scent bring up any memories or feelings for you? Just notice what comes up. Now, let's prepare to take the first bite. So pick up your utensil or the food itself as you prepare to take a bite. And as you bring it towards your mouth, just notice what comes up in your body. Any mouth-watering, any feelings of anticipation? Great. Now, take the first bite. Take a small bite, but don't chew it just yet. Let the food rest in your mouth for a moment. What are the first sensations you notice? The texture against your tongue, the temperature, the flavor. Nice. Now, chew slowly and mindfully. Begin to chew just very slowly. Try chewing at half your normal speed. What flavors do you notice? And do they change as you continue to chew? Try to identify all the different ingredients or flavors that you can taste as you chew. Great. Now, swallow with awareness. When you're ready to swallow, follow the sensation of the food as it travels down your throat and into your stomach. Pause for a moment after you swallow. How do you feel? Now let's check in with yourself a little more. Before you take another bite, are you still enjoying the taste? How's your body feeling? Ask yourself, do I want another bite? There's no right or wrong answer. The goal is simply to listen to your body's signals. So if you'd like more, continue eating in this slow, mindful way. For each bite, engage your senses, pause between bites to check in with your body and your satisfaction. You may find with this mindful exercise that you're satisfied a little sooner than you expected, or maybe you're simply enjoying the experience more. What is your experience? I'd love to know. Remember, this is your journey. Take it at your own pace. All right, well done. Take a moment to acknowledge that you tried this mindful eating practice. How was it for you? Did you notice anything different about how you experienced the food or your sense of satisfaction or how you ate it when you were applying these mindful techniques? I hope you'll return to this exercise again and again, especially when a food environment challenges you. The more you practice mindful eating, in this case, just slowing down and tuning in with the foods that are tricky for you, the more natural it will become, and you're really building a new pathway in your brain, one in which paying attention to your eating experience really helps with regulating your eating, even of very tricky foods. So during holiday gathering and events, you can use these same principles of slow down and tune in. You don't need to make a big deal of it. Simply take a moment to slow down and tune in when eating those tricky foods. Maybe before you'll eat, you'll take a quiet breath and conjure a bit of gratitude. As you eat, try to savor the bites mindfully. Notice the flavors, the textures, the pleasure, the satisfaction as it kicks in. I hope this practice brings you a little peace and empowerment around food this holiday season. I feel like most of us could really use that. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a happy and peaceful holiday season.